Mayhem does thou away. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to Mellow and Vibe. Yes, it is an honour, a pleasure and a privilege to have each and every one of you here. I am, of course, the host. I am Oscar Reedlin. Yes, if you've never witnessed a Mellow and Vibe episode, then oh, hell to the yes! Episode 37. How the hell did we get here? I've got no idea, but we're continuing to rock it wild and craft that mayhem. Following on with episode 36, on this very episode, episode 37, we'll be talking about love, true love, pure love. Love is all around us. We'll be talking about love languages, because here at Mellow and Vibe, we truly know there are many, many love languages. I mean, you've got your physical touch, you've got your gift giving, you've got, acts of service, quality time. There's so many. And of course, you've even got your own special love languages, because when you're together with your one true, when you're together with your partner, with your soul, you craft and create your own forms, your own styles of love languages. You see, because when it comes to love, nobody can tell you how to rock it. You see, I've said this before, because I said it at the beginning of the last episode, and I'll say it right here, right now. If you do not wish, take any of this advice to heart. You do not have to listen to me. It's just things I know, things I have learned from experience, wisdom, knowledge, and hopefully I can emanate something out and beyond that will help you in the journey of love. But most truly, when it comes to the journey of love, you hold the power always and true. You do as you do. You've got to bond, you've got to connect, you've got to end up on the same wavelengths. You've got to feel it, you've got to know it, you've got to show it, it's got to emanate. So every single soul is different. Every single soul has their own languages of love. Like, for instance, just and as an example, there may be a specific way of cooking your very soul. Not you personally, but the soul you're bonded with, the soul you are connected with, the soul you're in love with. Maybe they like their eggs done a specific way, or they like their breakfast cooked a specific way, or they like forms of breakfasts, because like the traditional English, the full English breakfast, we all know what that is, or the breakfast feast. You've got your bacon, your eggs, your sausage, your beans, your fried bread, and if you want, you've got your black pudding, you've got your tomatoes, you've got your fried onions, you've got your tomatoes on the vine, fried, sizzling in the pan. There's a lot. That's why it's called a full English, because it is a feast. They might not be a fan of that. They might want, instead of traditional beans, they might want refried beans, or instead of traditional bacon, they may want caramelized or crispier bacon, or they may want turkey bacon or faken bacon. They may have, different sort of forms. And of course, you crafting and creating and bringing this special treat to life every single day is a form of love language. Like if you made a sandwich or a pancake or anything like that, an omelette, and you put a smiley face on it, you drew a smiley face under it, or you cut a smiley face into it, or you did the fruit, with a fruit like the kiwis, that was it, I can think of the kiwis and the strawberries and the bananas, and you did all that sort of stuff. Then that is a language of love. It's all these, like I spoke about before, all these special moments, all these tiny little gestures. They don't need to be big. They don't need to be grand. Yes, I know a grand gesture when it comes to love, when it comes to care, when it comes to moments means so much. But even the smallest, tiniest moment can mean so much. Like I said, big things, a great man or a great craft and creation, big things have small beginnings. So if there is a moment you think, what, I'm going to do this, and you think it's only a little something, if you know that this soul you're in love with, you're connected with, you're bonded with, you're on the same wavelength with, and you feel everything, if you know that they are a fan, that they love it, that they, however they feel about it, then do it, because you know that whatever it is, it's going to mean everything to them. It's going to mean so much to them, because I've done things like that before, and absolutely amazing. Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, there was a moment back in the day when I got a certain soul that I was bonded and connected with. Sadly, not anymore, but everything is up here. I got them a limited, well, it wasn't limited edition, it was the Black Series Star Wars Jar Jar Binks, and if you know what that is, you know it cost a bit of coin, and I think it was quite difficult to get a hold of at the time. I don't know if it is now. I mean, it might be, because I remember seeing it, but the only place I'd ever seen it was online, on the interweb, on the worldwide surfing USA, that sort of stuff, and it was very expensive. Like it had a lot of coin. It was a few hundred coins, and it was on the Bay of E as well, on there for quite a few, and I'd never seen it in stores, never seen it face to face, and there was a specific makeup palette that they desired instead, and eventually I did get them that said makeup palette. This is probably a bad example because, of course, it cost a bit of coin. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. But I did also... Anyway, I got them the Black Series Star Wars Jar Jar Binks. They loved it. I could tell that they thought it was the palette. I was like, a little surprise for you. And they were like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. And they were like... And I could see the look on their face, and then when I handed it to them, and they realised, holding it and seeing the shape, this is not a palette, right? And if it is, it's definitely not the one that I wanted. And then when they opened it, yeah, but they loved it. They were a big fan of Jar Jar Binks, and I also got them some other Jar Jar Binks stuff. As well, and the other Jar Jar Binks stuff I got was a lot smaller and a lot cheaper, but the place I bought it from was a treasure store, and I'm surprised that they sold it at the price they did. It was only a few pound coins, very few coins, few gold coins, not that expensive, but the soul behind the counter who ran the shop, ran the treasure shop, because it had all these like antiques and all these like knickknacks in and stuff, saying that what I just bought was quite a rare item, because there weren't many in existence, because they made them but they didn't sell well, and a lot of people that bought them ended up like sort of destroying them or losing them or what. So I'm surprised they only put it out there for a couple of coins, so could be a rare item. But anyway, the point is, little gestures, tiny gestures, little moments. You don't even have to spend any coins, any gold coins on them at all. Like I've said before, episode 36, I mentioned you can take them to the park, you can take them out for walks. If you have access to like forestry, woodlands, beaches, mountains, hilltops, whatever, valleys, moors, beautiful, blissful places, that sort of stuff, or even around the city, anywhere they want to go, you don't even have to spend any coins. You just be there together, like holding hands, being in the same room. These are all love languages, like quality time, spending it together, holding each other's hands, like I spoke about before. I'm repeating myself just so it is clear that you can just spend time together in the exact same room. You don't even have to be talking, you don't even have to be interacting, because that is how powerful and epic love is. And the languages of love are universal. Love is love, and love works throughout existence. Love works always and forever. Love is love, and if you feel it and you wish for it, then you pursue it. Like I've said, listen to your heart's song, listen to the voice, listen to the lyrics, listen to the sound, and follow it pure and true. That is what I feel, and that is what I believe, because you will find the one if you've not already found the one. And as I've said before, that I also truly believe, right? And what I'm about to say, bear with me, because it's going to sound terrible. But as they say, there's no such thing as perfection. But I feel differently, because there is such a thing as perfection. Because what I believe, and you can disagree strongly, I feel that, you can, if you do wish, speak it loud, speak it proud. I want to know your thoughts, feelings and opinions. Leave comments down below. How do you feel? What's on your mind? How do you partake? But what I believe, there is perfection, because perfection is perception. It's how you see the world, how you see the crafts, how you see the creations, how you see the existence before you. Because like I've said, you walk through a gallery, because there are souls. Each and every soul on this here earth is a work of art, is unique and pure in their own right. And you walk through an art gallery and you look at a painting, you look at a sculpture, you look at a craft and creation, and you go, that is perfection. It's beautiful. I love the way the soul captured it, brought it in to our reality, gave it true, pure life when perhaps nobody else could. They sealed this in history, and it's breathtaking. The definition of perfection. I can see it, I can feel it, I can understand it. That is perfection. That is what you feel, that is what you see, that is what you understand, and that is what love is. You are connected to a soul, you are bonded with them as they are. You see everything, you understand it all, everything. You see it from their side, you see it from your side. It's a back and forth, it's a team work. You are there together, you can power juice. And you see, the thing is, another soul may walk into that exact same art gallery, look at the exact same work of art you have just looked at and gone, it's not, it's all right, it's a bit, it's not for me. I've had that many a times in my existence. I've had many souls sort of look at me and go, yeah, you're not really my cup of tea. And I don't want sympathy, I don't want you to feel sorry. I just getting it across as a point, as an example, that is fine, that is okay, that is honourable and respectful, because that is what you have to be. If you are rejected or turned down, or they do not emanate your love, if you see them but they don't see you, then you have to be honourable, you have to be respectful, you have to thank them for their time, for their moments, because you will flow on. You have to keep your faith and your fate alive, your journey going, flowing, and you will craft and create, and of course you will form true your own love languages. You will see it, you will know it, you will understand it, and of course you will know the ones that are out there, the quality time, the gift giving, the acts of service. Like I said before, acts of service is a tricky one. It's a tough one, because it's like serving them, because your words may be powerful, may be pure and true, hell to the yes, but you have to show it. It has to be there. And for me, acts of service, I have been right there, and many a times I do struggle, but I give it everything and all. And acts of service can be very, very tricky, because what they visualize in their head, what they can see, what they know. You have to fully understand, because you have to bring it physically to life. It has to be done. They have to visually see it, because that is how they feel. Like if they're thinking, oh, I wish that this would be a thing, I wish that that would be a thing, and they're thinking it and they're feeling it, and it's an act of service. It could just be as small as hoovering the living room, getting the vac out, going over, boom, oh wow, like that means so much to them. Like when I say acts of service, I don't mean like, oh yeah, you have to give them, 200,000-300,000, you have to take them to Paris and all these luxury cars. None of that. It can just be as small as hoovering up the living room, or washing the dishes, or taking out the trash, or clearing the table after dinner. It doesn't need to be a grand gesture, and I know they matter, and I know you can rock those, but that's what I mean. Acts of service can be a tricky one, because if there is something there that you struggle to see, that you cannot fully understand, then it can be tricky to emanate that out and make that a reality. But I've been there, and I never gave up hope. I kept going and going and going. And yes, I failed many a times. I did, and I know this now. I wasn't the best, but I tried, and I gave it everything. I put my heart, my body, my mind, and my soul into it all, and I never, ever gave up. But the way things are, with the way things are now, things change, things flow differently. You do everything and all. And that love is always pure and true, powerful and rocking, demonically wild. And of course, you have to keep that hope alive. You have to keep that feel and that joy emanating true. And you do exactly what you can. You keep it pure. You keep it rocking. You keep it kicking ass. Never give up. Never let it die. You've got this, and I believe. And of course, we will also say, because I believe this to be true, and it is damn true, that if things don't work out, if things change and you end up walking in your different directions, pure and true, there's no betrayal, there's no evil or pain or suffering or torture, if it's just pure and true, honour and respect, and you walk in your different directions, that does not mean there was never love. That does not mean that they never loved you and you never loved them, because you can feel it here in your heart's fire. You can see it and know it in your heart's song. It just means that sadly, you were not the puzzle pieces of the soul. You didn't quite fit. You bonded, you connected, you intertwined, but the connection and the link wasn't quite there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You will find the one. Your journey continues. Never, ever give up on love. Never, ever give up on the hope of love. Yes, you may have been broken. Yes, you may have been beaten. And yes, you may have been battered and bruised and down. I don't mean physically, I mean mentally and emotionally, and in some cases, sadly, which should never, ever be so. Yes, physically, that should never be so. But if you have been there, I'm sorry. I truly am. Yeah. Why? Why would you do that? I shouldn't go there. It's gonna get emotional. But even if you have been there, you are strong. You are who you are. You have evolved and leveled up, and you are rocking it wild. Never give up. Keep on going, because you will find the one Love is always pure and true, forever shining bright. Keep the warming light ever glowing, ever shining, ever shimmering, ever lasting. Damn well, truly, hell fire to the yes. There are many. Emanate your love language loud, proud, across the lands for all humanity to hear, and gift it as an honour, as a pleasure, as a privilege to the one you do thou see fit, because love is an honour, love is a privilege, love is a gift, pure and true, because out of all the souls that exist, this very soul loves you. This very soul cares for you. This very soul wants you to feel, wants you to know how much, wants you to know, emotions, wants you to know how much they love you. Wants you to know that they will always be there for you, that they will help you, that they will pull you back no matter what. They will stand by your side as equal to you, always and forever, through better, through worse, through darkness, through light. They will never abandon you, never betray you, never. Yeah. I might have to we are going to set this episode here to rest, but love flows freely, love flows strong, love is pure and true, and if you've made it this far into the episode, you deserve a medal, you deserve a certificate, you are epic, you are awesome, you are a true Hellfire legend, you are loved, you are loved, you are cared for, you are an awesome, yes! Indeed. Thank you kindly for joining us on Mellow and Vibe episode 20. Ooh, we're going back in time. 37. Ooh, 27. Do you remember that? Way feels like so long ago now. It probably was because of how this has. Yeah, you get the idea if you've been here. I have. Woo! Hey. Episode 37 of Mellow and Vibe with me, your host, Oscar Reedling. We finally got there. Holy hell. We've had our ups and downs. It's been insanely crazy, but we're still rocking it well. We're never giving up. We're standing strong, pure and true, emanating our minds, speaking our truths, getting our voice out there. It is speaking loud, it is speaking, and you can too. Damn well true, because I have said, if you have your thoughts, your feelings, speak them loud, speak them proud, leave your thoughts, feelings and opinions down below in the comments. Let me know, let me hear your voice, please, please, please. Thoughts, feelings and opinions, because they mean so much. Thank you kindly for each and every one of you epic, legendary bounty hunters, warriors, adventurers, realm jumpers, whatever you want to be. Thank you kindly to you crafters and creators and you passionate, loving souls. Never give up on the power of love. Keep your heart's fire burning, eternal, always and forever, and keep your journey of love rocking epically wild. It's beautiful and it's bliss. You, and you, and you, all of you, each and every one of you are a pure, true work of art. Let your heart's fire burn eternally, and let your heart's song be heard.